Dang, I'm telling you, these GoPros, if I didn't notice the little second thing, this video would have not taken. It was only recording every 5 seconds. So let's start this all over again. Wednesday, July the 2nd. I come to you in my garage. We're gonna make this kind of quick because I got the garage door shut. I live in Texas. It's cool, but this GoPro will overheat. I got lights installed, so we should be able to do a video, and you should be able to see everything. Garage door shut, so when I go like this, you can actually see what's going on. So what are we doing? We're not working on that. I am so tired of working on that. Whew. We are working on the 2020 Can-Am Spyder F3T. We're going to be doing some front brakes. So the first thing we need to do is we need to jack it up. I have a motorcycle jack. I put it underneath the cross member. Super easy to do. Anybody can do it. I use an impact gun. You don't need to use an impact gun. You can just use a ratchet. I cheat. I forgot to tell you it was going to be loud. Okay, so we have 1 tire up, 2 tire up, and since I'm old and broken, I will be sitting. So we will be using EBC brake pads. This some of the stuff I've done to that bike. EBC brake pads, and yes, this is a mess. I've been working. 21 millimeter. Do we have a thin 21? Probably have to use a spark plug socket. Do I have a thin 21? 13/16. 13/16, a thin 21. So, and then one other thing, since I have not been doing how-to videos for some time, let me position this camera. You don't put the camera behind you, especially if you're chunky like I am, because then that's all people see is how chunky you are. So, the socket's a little. There we go. And I try to just use hand tools, but we're going to go with a little bit more speed. And I guess I'm going to dedicate this video to my wife. She parks her car outside because I've never had a garage, and she lets me play. So, you know, thank you for that, my love. And hopefully you can still hear me. Let's get a light so you guys can see what's going on. I should have been more prepared, but I just got off work and I was like, ooh, it's raining. I can make a video. Do I need brake pads? I do need brake pads. So hopefully you can see. We're going to be messing with this caliper. We're going to take out these bolts here. We're going to push these pads back in. And that's what we're going to do now. You let me know if you guys stop recording. Oh yeah, we got this little pin. See the little pin? Let's pull that out before I forget. And then let's grab a couple screwdrivers. Hand tools, people, hand tools. That's all I use. That's all I'm going to use. Just to show everybody it can be done. And then put it between the rotor and the pad. And just easily push it in. We're going to do the same thing with this top one, but what's going to change is we'll probably have to I should probably use the littler. There's a little baby screwdriver so I can get in here.
And I have 32,000 miles on this Spyder. I was going through brakes every 10,000 miles, I'm not gonna lie. And then I discovered that there was a recall, and it always thinks I'm too up. So I got rid of that when I'm a single rider. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the gap now between the pad and the rotor, like right in here. We got a nice little gap. And then we're gonna take out that one and this one. I'm assuming those are probably about a 16 millimeter. I'll grab a 15 and a 16 and a 17. We're gonna grab the big old snappy. Where's my snappy one? Here it is. I'm gonna cheat and we're gonna get some leverage going on here. I said that was about a 16 mil. Let's see how good I am. Oh, 16's a little too big. 15 will work. And I love Snap-on is not your do-it-yourself tool, but they have on and off on here. It cracks me up. When the Spyders are rocking. It's getting warm in here. So I'm just gonna do one side and then I'm gonna open the garage door. I'm gonna listen to some music. Hopefully everybody can still see. And then if you don't know what you're doing, don't work on your vehicle. This will be for entertainment purposes only at that point in time. And how this Spyder's rocking, if you're concerned about that, just lift one side at a time. Okay. And then, so we have some decent pad wear. So we're going to take out this pin right here. Grab some more tools. Just use my little Blue Point set. Let's see, I might have to get my Harbor Freight. And there's nothing wrong with using Harbor Freight tools if you're not using them every day. Look at that. First guess. See, here's a Craftsman. Doesn't tell you on and off. It just cracks me up that Snap-on does. And Snap-on's a professional tool. We're professional mechanics. Okay, push this down just a little bit. That'll take some pressure off of this pin. Slide it out, set it on the ground. Take this up, set it down. Take this pad, pull it out. Take this pad, pull it out. Now, like I said, I have put, this is gonna be my third set of brake pads. This one looks decent. This one This one here is about where you want to replace it. I think they say like you take a dime and slide a dime on there. So there we go. Let's grab a rag. We'll use this rag. We're gonna grab some brushes and we'll grab some Seal Glide. Okay, we still recording? Yep, see, I gotta check that. So what we're gonna use is, I have a metal brush and a brass looking brush. Either one of those will work. And then, excuse me, this is dirty from when I was a tech. You would just grab it. So, Seal Glide. It doesn't melt. I like this a lot better than anti-seize because it's easier to clean up. Anti-seize after a while gets like chalky, and I think it does worse than if you don't use it at all. So what I'm going to do is we're going to clean up this pen. And we just want to get the heavy stuff off of it. If you don't know how to clean up a pen, you're not missing much. I'm just rubbing the brush across it. Okay, one cleaned up pen. Okay, and then we have right here, see where we have contact points? So let's hit that really quick. Okay, so we're gonna hit this area. Make sure that's really good. Okay, so all the hard stuff. Okay, I don't know. This will be the last time I use this camera probably. It just said something about it was repairing a file. So I pulled the pen out. I've cleaned up the pen, just using a little brush. Same with this, just using a little brush. Grabbing my EBC brake pads. I'm also going to go inside this caliper and where those pads ride. Clean that up a little bit. I mean, it is getting hot in here, and I do live in Texas, but come on, GoPro. Okay, caliper, I feel, is clean. Get my hands cleaned up. And I mean, if you accidentally touch the surface, you're fine, okay? A little bit of oil from your skin is not going to cause your brakes to fail or anything like that. I have the factory shims still on here. They just pull off. Okay. And then we're going to take Seal Glide. And anywhere that pad makes contact, we're going to throw just a little film. Throw some on the piston. And if you are concerned about the health issues of touching this stuff with your fingers, you can always wear gloves. Okay, so I'm putting it there. Back in the day, I would put it on the brake pads, but we're gonna set it there because it's cleaner, I feel. Learned that in the automotive world. Slide that brake pad down in there, boom. Grab this shim. Slide that bad boy down in there. Okay. You guys remember how this goes? Goes like that. I'm going to take a little bit more of that grease. Or Seal Glide, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to put it right on the part that slides, not on the threads. I worked in a shop where a tech would grease everything. Did we do this? We did not do this. So anything that's threaded, you don't put grease on. You usually put Loctite on that. And I had this thing on wrong. Tighten this. Can't wait to open this garage door. It is warm in here. Not overly tight. Check the torque spec. Throw in your clip. Okay. Make sure your pads are in all the way. Slide it up over your rotor. Make sure your rotor's seated. Throw some Loctite on your mounting bolts. Here, turn your snap-on wrench to on. Don't run one bolt in all the way and then try to start your other bolt. Start them both and then run them down. Okay, those are some very long bolts. Okay. Whew. Okay, I'm gonna get a garage door open really quick. Hot in Texas. So there we go. That's how you do your brakes. And then the one thing you want to do after you do all of this, you do the other side, is you pump that brake up really quick to make sure that you have brakes, because you push those pads away from the caliper, or I'm sorry, wait. You push the pads away from the rotor. So if you go and you hit your brakes, those pads are going to move to the rotor, but they're not going to make contact with the rotor, and you're not going to have brakes. So make sure when you're done, you pump up those brakes. This is a really good time to bleed your system as well. I need to do that. We'll do a separate video. The cool air coming in feels good. And that's it. That's some brake pads installed. So hopefully you liked the video. I'm getting back into the how-to videos. I know they're still kind of clunky. We'll get through there. And I think that's it. So if you could, give me a big old thumbs up. Stay safe, everybody. I'll see you down the road.